So here we go. We're once again going to we're going to continue with basically this notebook and then basically getting the minimum draft of the data out of the notebook, which is primarily where we left off. I think we did validate most things, and it was clear that most of the code was working. But in any case, we'll just start by running back through this. So always a good idea to make sure your notebooks can be, I guess, kind of run end to end. So yeah, we'll just do that right now and make sure we can still, everything still works. So, yeah, we'll continue there. Looks like everything's good so far. So yeah, we'll keep going there. Base URL. This was kind of the section where we're analyzing. We'll maybe clean up this a bit. And basically just write, because here, yeah, again, there's still like some problems getting the metadata, or no, there aren't any problems, but it's just like not exactly clear what exactly is going on here. So we'll just add some comments. Particularly with notebooks, they should be informative, so someone who doesn't know the subject matter should be able to read them fairly easily. Here we'll just add a couple comments. And kind of clean up that a bit. You can also, a good thing to sometimes do is kind of like write out a data dictionary for these. So basically an ID, and this is actually going to be a string, a latitude, which I believe is a float. And this, of course, isn't like proper JSON, of course, but it's giving people an idea what they could query in the dict. And the types in the dict. I mean, some of this you might be like, oh, this is really self-explanatory, which is true, but some of this other stuff isn't really. So it is good to kind of outline that. So, within that, basically, name. So this is a string, and so those are things it should always contain. state also looks like a string. But then you're going to have time zone info, which itself is going to be a dict. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to spend all day documenting this, but it is useful to kind of lay it out. So, and then we can describe each of these a bit more here. So name is a description of the gauge. Usually includes river name and closest city. That's kind of, no, we want these to be separate. So yeah, basically that's kind of some of the core things there. But let me see here. Anyways, yeah, we don't have to fill this all out right now, but it's a good idea to, like, as you go, kind of document some of these things, so then later it isn't like something that isn't very obvious. Okay, so we got for here. What else were we saying? I'm also going to add. Now might also be a good time to add some of the doc strings. Okay. So let's do that. Oh yeah, I never committed this. Continuing. So we had this combined data function. We also had basically this kind of exploration of the combined data frame here, where we did see that there were certain values missing, other values nan. But I think we included the relevant info in those, like, doc strings. Oh, I didn't finish commenting that, actually. End time, or did I include them here? I might have included them, or wait, no, that's the other project. Let me see quickly. So, yeah, we'll just quickly open that. Don't save there. So we had these Weber scraping functions. Where was this? So we added this. I'm going to go back and now see lever scraping functions. So this was the new file. Oh yeah, so we did add it there. We just hadn't updated the notebook too. So I'll just add this. Okay. So this looks good. Now we'll just tidy this up a bit. Or wait. Combine df. Okay. So valid temp. Oh, what was I doing with FVV? Okay, I was gonna get rid of this here, because that doesn't really make sense there. So yeah, so basically I think we mainly accomplished, if we go back to the Confluence page, now we have kind of, I think, code that at least builds the data set end to end. Or builds like what we had in 1.0 end to end, and it's running. So we kind of we did test that this legacy code still scrapes. So we don't, so that's kind of what this notebook does. One of the things we can do now is that let's see, is we can so now what we can do is actually begin to add some of the newer data that could be useful, and also correct some of the kind of inconsistencies in this data. So for that, basically, what we can do is, so there was this, we already kind of looked at the Noah a while ago, and part of the problem was it didn't seem to be that great at getting high resolution files. Why is that all zoomed out? So yeah, way back in early July. Oh wait, that's not that. That's something else. Oh yeah, exploring Noah. We kind of looked at this and getting these things through Noah. I'm just wondering if there's a better way to do this. And a lot of times, like actually when you're building data sets, you're not necessarily always going to be even writing code, you're going to be like Googling around or searching like internal documentation of your company, trying to figure out what the different data sources are and where it lies and how do you get access to it. So there was another data set, I think. I want to know how the precipitation nowcasting data set was built, basically. The one they trained Earthformer on. Because that would be probably useful to look into where they got that data from. So by the way, Earthformer was a kind of a transformer model that ingested a lot of a lot of like temporal but also image data of different like precipitation. They used it to forecast precipitation. Oh yeah, so I think one of these was the Siver data set. So yeah, there were multiple data sets it was trained on. But if we could get basically basically get that data set, get a similar thing except for our data, that would be useful. Or EarthNet data set. I think this Siver was only storm event imagery. Though I wonder still where they got that from. Okay, so that was annotated. But I don't know where they got the original data from. Did they get it from NOAA? Or... Because, like, the thing I was seeing here was this crap doesn't look very high resolution at all. So... so did they get this from NOAA? I might have gotten this from NOAA originally. But that might only be storm events. So we need just regular precipitation maps. So what was the other one? What about the EarthNet? EarthNet data set. So that doesn't really look like a precipitation map data set. High resolution historical radar. No, but it needs to be historical too. It just can't be. August 8th. Okay, that's not that bad at least. Well, it looks like that doesn't happen till 9 a.m. at least. Past weather. No, that's not. I mean, if you search a random place, what does this give you? I don't think this is what we need. We need something that at least has some API or something. Oh, and this is then showing us. That's kind of what ASOT, and what we need is precipitation maps. So yeah, if they had like historical precipitation maps like that, that's what we kind of need. Yeah, I saw that's what we were getting actually. Okay, so they did, as we saw before, they did have it opacity in, so we were getting the geotiff before, I think. Yeah, geotiff in a tar format for a 1-day range. Let me see this stuff. Or EarthNet 2021. So what was EarthNet? Going back to EarthNet for a second. So this is mainly land cover. Okay, so wait, this actually did have precipitation, I think. So wait, where is EarthNet 2021 dataset? Where were they getting their crap from? But were they like doing a precipitation map? Where were they getting the... So they were predicting, okay, the satellite image based on the data. I don't think they actually take percip though. Doesn't look like it. It looks like they basically take satellite imagery, then just try to predict what it will look like on a 5-day interval, which probably isn't that helpful for an hourly river flow data set. Precipitation. Okay, I don't think that's actually going to be useful, unfortunately. So why is this zoomed in now? I don't know why that happened. I have to get the zoom right. Okay, so I don't get this. Why is changing the zoom here changing the zoom there? I think that won't be the case. What the fuck? Ugh, that's annoying. I don't want the zoom changed. Or is that a private window? I don't want the zoom changed in one, affecting the other. Okay, so it looks like this is the way to get it. Let's rerun this code. Make sure it still works. Loading geotiff files. Wait, how do we figure out the geotiff? In any case, I think this was still going to be on an hourly level. Precipitation. Search for recent weather data. No. Radar data. Weather archives. Maybe this. No. No, these are all too far zoomed out. That isn't going to really help. No, it's not. We need at least higher resolution. What if we do this? Let's try that. So this will just give us a high resolution image, I think. Not in the TIFF format. But you'd think this would be higher. Like, I'd want to see better what's going on. And probably the model would too. Map overlays. Maybe count if we add county. For full area, we just continental US for now. Okay, I think here they describe the formats. Spanning. Okay, different bands. So the GeoTIFF has different bands. So that might still be useful. That might be a bit better. So if we plotted like the gauges onto these, I don't know how useful that would still be. Wonder if there's a state by state thing. Like say like maybe Colorado observed historical precipitation. I just misspelled something. Like if you had just a map of like a state by state at least. No, but we don't want year to... The problem is we want it on a daily basis too. If you want each one to show basically how much precipitation occurred. What's this now? NCAR? What's NCAR? Set of monthly means. So this is monthly. Daymet. But does this have historical? Daymet, yeah, I don't know about that. Anyways, so we could look at some of the bands though. show image, mention band number and read. So I think the band should help at least. Dot read. So open. Oh, so you would do dot read then. I think that's what it's saying. Read like that. Okay, let me see. Okay, show. That would be band. Okay, these are the different bands. Why aren't I seeing anything resembling the map though? It's what I don't know. Format.tar. Like, I don't get what that is actually. GeoTIFF observation. So they say band 1 should actually be the observation. So I don't know. Let's see. Band 1. That doesn't even look like the US. Precipitation. GeoTIFF. Okay, I don't know what the freaking GeoTIFF is. What's the NCEP? Their guide. GeoTIFF. Maybe Python. Oh, GeoPandas. So that's Snow and Ice Data Center. GeoTIFF. I honestly haven't worked really with GeoTIFFs before. So I don't know what that... I don't know why that's... It looks weird though in here. Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. Why it looks upside down. And why I'm not seeing any precipitation. Like, this is at least obvious. Like, oh, this is a precipitation map. But yeah, I don't know about the geotiff. Maybe, I don't know if that one day is like effed up or something. You did format, what is it? You did format. See if I can get the link. Everybody, I don't know. So that day we were looking at was the 2022-07-07. So let's see if this works. Yeah, I think having the county might be more useful too. Historical heat map. Oh, maybe this would help. Okay, maybe this rainfall maps. So these are for like a specific city. Yeah, actually these look nicer. Oh yeah, these look a lot better. These look a lot more like localized. But I don't know how I'd like call this from a API or something. Daily totals. I don't know if there's an API here. Rainfall maps. Yeah, so actually that seems more useful. Rainfall maps API service examples. So that's how to get the forecast. I'm talking about historical shit though. How do I get the historical though? Yeah, I have no idea how we get historical here. Color, wait, no, now I missed the tab. Wait, so... No. Wait, so how does this work? Wonder if there's an let's see. Rainfall maps API historical. That's not very helpful. Oh, so this is the history. But rainfall maps. Yeah, if I could figure out a way to get these, that would be really helpful, I think. They look like they'd be for a specific day, I guess. In specific location as compared to those like really large general maps. Past weather. Okay, wait. NWS. So this is NWS API. See if I can figure this out. Yeah, but again, I don't want forecasts. I want historical shit. Radar stations, schemas. This is not NWS API historical GitHub, maybe something. Historical. But what about NWS? That isn't really helpful. Direction. No, I want the images too. Let's see if we can figure that out. State, a library. Forecast. Daily data for a month. Okay, I still don't know exactly how this would work here. Laramie. No, past Weber. So I don't get this past Weber stuff. Well, so these are the Weber stations. View map. Oh, so these are the stations, the data. But is this the same as ASOS? I don't really know. Or wait, let me look at ASOS Weber, Iowa. Sortable current conditions. So quality control. Radar and satellite. Maybe they have these. Radar. Generates mosaics. Okay, so these are the mosaics. Yeah, so I mean, this is tricky figuring out these various APIs and kind of where to get the data from. One of the things I think we can look at though, I'm gonna put this kind of on hold. And instead what we could do too is add more stations to... Wait, where did the other notebook? Oh yeah, I had to put that in the new window. So we saw that different stations had different distances from the river basin. So if we like actually used like say two or oh yeah, you see here's the stations and then the distance. What would be helpful is determining like again the distance, but also like things like the elevation of the station and whether the station was like north, south, etc., what direction it was, because then if we then got like a bunch of stations in the area, that might be more useful in terms of data, to kind of fill in where it was. So for instance, for like this river, we already said that it's basically, what is it? It's like the St. John River, I think. Or what was it called again? Yeah, St. John River at Dickey, Maine. So if we USGS, there it is. If we look at this map, it's kind of like right here. But then if we look at the weather stations that are feeding the precipitation data, one looks to be in Frenchville, which has lat 1. Or we could probably just like a ASOS Frenchville or something. Or I don't know, maybe not. Will that just pull up something on Google? That'd be nice if it did. Latitude, longitude. Look up Google. I'm just gonna quickly do this. So that's lat, longitude. I don't know the place name. Just do it by the fucking... Why the fuck would you do it by the place? No, I put in the latitude and longitude. You shouldn't need this thing. That site is shit. I have to recopy this bullshit. Anyways, so we'll look at this. Get address. It would be better to plot them both on the same map. Why can't I zoom out? So let's look. So I guess in that case, it's not that far. Well, that could be far. I don't know how to throw these on the same map. But that would be like the location of the station. Looks like this station would be up there. But then like if you got like multiple stations, that could be useful. The other thing is, oh, actually this is kind of useful. So they have these monitoring cameras. I wonder if we could actually get historical things of these too. Wait, that can't be current. Oh, because it's the middle of the night there. Yeah, see, it's like, it only does it during daylight. Oh wait, maybe we can get historical images too. That'd be cool if we could augment the data set that way. So yeah, I think before going back to this, where is the other tabs? I have too many fucking tabs open right now. Wait, did I close that window? I don't think I did. No, I had this window. Then I had, oh yeah, I moved it there. So, well, that's interesting. I mean, so I guess what, after doing kind of like an exploratory analysis, we could just write up some of the things. Not very high resolution data. Is some potential from NWS, but it doesn't seem to have an API. So we could note that. Wait. You just do like a cons thing. I don't know. Okay. So, oh, that should be from. Anyways, we should document those links. Like, yeah, it's like these rainfall maps could actually be good. But wait, what powers these? And that actually is pretty nice. Climate and past weather. So these are the different locations around San Antonio, I guess, area. I don't even know. I don't know why they have these separated into all these different things. It's actually not that helpful. But where's the weather station that's creating these maps? That's something I also don't understand. Anyways, API weather service. We'll just include a link maybe to the. Oh, now it's gonna be bullet points though. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm about to lose power here. Should probably plug in a second. Let's see. Or actually, I might wrap this up for now. This wasn't a very productive night. But mainly it was just giving insight into exploring and kind of the different possible data sources, along with verifying the notebook and some of the code there. But yeah, it certainly looks like probably not going to use too much of these. I mean, this could be useful mainly, and these are easier to get, obviously, but it still isn't very high resolution. So I don't know. And that we still have to get from the Leggett, I guess. No, historical. I wonder if there was just a setting to make it more higher resolution. Because yeah, these ones you can zoom pretty far in on. Though again, I don't really know where it's coming from. And these are precipitation estimates anyways, so I don't even know how accurate these are. Day, month. Oh, wait, you can do hourly? Oh yeah, but that only goes up to like a couple hours, I guess. County. State opacity. Weather forecast office. So what does the office thing include? Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna wrap this up for now before my battery completely dies. But yeah, I don't even know where my charger is. But yeah, so this night we mainly just kind of explored the different areas, etc. And different possible sources. This happens actually a lot when building a data set. Like obviously here we're using public stuff, but you'd be surprised internally at companies. Often the different data sources are horribly documented too, almost as bad as the federal government. So you spend a lot of time, not even just Googling since it's closed. You'll spend a lot of time like slacking random people about how to access data or getting credentials. So it is something that actually happens in the real world quite a bit. So okay, so that's that. Let's see. In stream. Let's see.